we have a choice to make either decision to reject over 60% of these names or give President Ruto his skunk. Let us not interfere with it. We give it to him. He has asked for it. Let us give him his cabinet. We know he's going to run the government from State House. These are not people who can run a government. Apart from a few individuals who are not even more than 8, the rest are incompetent, unqualified, have integrity issues, are people who cannot deliver this country from where it is to the next level that we want the country to move in. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I will oppose most of the names.
Your time is up.
Two very important things are happening sahi as we speak. Ya kwanza is the Finance Bill 2026 ilikuwa published on the 30th of April, which is at least 1 week ago. And this finance bill iko extremely surprising because imekuja na even more punitive ways of how to tax Kenyans, how to increase taxes, and finally increasing the speed of collection. Increase of the speed of collection, kwa mfano kitu moja, nilikuwa nawaambia kuhusu pay as you earn ikiwa inalipwa tarehe 9, VAT inalipwa tarehe 20, si ndio? So sasa kitu wamefanya ni kwamba kwa mfano zile companies ambazo zinafanya ile kitu inaitwa income tax filing, which is done once per year. Na kawaida imekuwa ikikuwa filed na kulipwa by June 30th every year. Guess what? Serikali ya Ruto imetoa hiyo requirement from June 30th to April 30th. Sawa? So instead of a period of 6 months from January, sahi companies have only 4 months to file and pay their annual income taxes. What does this do to business? In our nyonga cash flow, in our nyonga with regards to resources, because sasa instead of labda mtu mmoja kwa department ya finance kudili na mambo ya income tax itabidi watu wawili because you don't have enough time. Another simple example which brings you to this clip, which I really want you to see, of our dear Cabinet Secretary for Treasury, Sawa, who is now a skunk, is regards to mitumba. What this bill proposed, Sawa, is that mitumba traders pay 5%, Sawa, before mzigo uingie kwa market, which basically in the basic business term ndio uweze kuelewa, it is like you are paying for a product or a service yenye wewe bado haujaona na bado haujatumia. You don't know kama hii Colgate itakusaidia, sawa, but wewe itabidi umelipia hiyo Colgate before ufanye nini? Uitumie na uinunue kwa supermarket. So it's a very weird finance bill, and it is being pushed by this guy.
There is miscommunication around this. Why? The mitumba representatives of the mitumba business community came to see me after seeking an appointment with me. And I met them together with my team at the National Treasury. They expressed frustrations with regards to the current taxation arrangement. Because when you bring in mitumba into the country, there are taxes that you pay at the point of entry. And then you follow it through with more taxes down the lane, including income tax paid for by the mitumba people or the mitumba business people. They are saying it is cumbersome, fast, their line of business, the requirement of filing returns and even engaging accountants to calculate how much profit they make so that they are taxed on that is too costly to them, because they will be paying those accountants. There are KRA people chasing after them, asking them for payment. So they asked for a simplified tax system where they pay at the point of entry and no one comes again to demand for any taxes. That is why, apart from VAT, which is paid at source, at the point of entry, we agreed with them that for income tax, we deem 5% of custom value of imported goods, whether clothes or whatever it is, as profit, 5% as profit. And then we tax that 5% at 30% to give you 1.5%. And it becomes a final tax. No one chases these business people again for other taxes. This came from the Mitumba people. It was their request. And as an office and as a government that listens to public participation, to Kenyans, we believed that that was the right way to go. And that is the proposal that we took to the National Assembly, but unfortunately it has been dropped. But I still want to insist that that particular provision, we will recommend to Parliament to bring it back as an amendment, because it is addressing an industry problem. And before anyone criticizes this, they should engage the Mitumba people themselves. And saying that the Mitumba clothes will be more expensive is far from the truth. The truth is that if these Mitumba people were to pay taxes today, which they should, based on their income, they will be spending much more than deeming 5%, only 5% of their custom, the custom value of goods as profit and then taxing it at 30%. It is with their full backing and support. And you can ask the representatives, you can engage the representatives of Mitumba business. So it was not a way of us raising more money. There is no more money to raise. It was to address industry problem. And
that is the Finance Bill 2026. The choice is for Kenyans, whether mnataka kuikubali, whether you want to reject it. It is between now and June when it is passed. Public participation should start in the next 1 or 2 weeks. So, as a Kenyan, it is very important for you, wherever you are in the Republic, uende ufanye nini? Either accept hizo proposals ama uzipinge. At the end of the day, either way, we are screwed, and that is the bottom line. The final issue, which is very important right now as we speak, is we have the Emurua Dikirr. Yeah, I know. Inaandikwa Dikirr, Dikirr, but how it's pronounced is Dikirr. Don't ask me how I know, but it's Emurua Dikirr. By-election is scheduled for 14th of May. Today is 13th of May. I'm actually on the way to Emurua Dikirr right now. I'm just recording this video to schedule it for upload later on at 1 p.m. today. For those who expect my videos every day at 1 p.m. I will be on the way to Emurua Dikirr. I want to go and try and cover as much as possible of that constituency, as much as possible of that by-election, because it is very, very significant to the August 2027 election. Emurua Dikirr, the former MP, alikuwa anaitwa Ngeno Ngong. Ngeno, former, he died in a helicopter crash, and now his seat was declared vacant by the IEBC na by-election ni tarehe 14 May. Emurua Dikirr has been very, very eye-opening in our politics, because we have seen something that we have not seen for the past few years since June 2024. So, number one is there have been very minimal cases of violence, goons, people attacking each other. Okay, even before I get there. So there are two main candidates. Mmoja ni wa UDA, and the UDA, Emurua Dikirr, is in the Rift Valley. This is their stronghold. In the 2022 elections, I believe UDA swept all of Rift Valley. And now, even Ngeno Ngong was in UDA. But sahi, there's been a very big shift. Sawa, watu wa Emurua Dikirr, which is the biggest population there, ni wa Kipsigis na wa Masai, wamechanganyikana, they've integrated, they live together. The biggest shocker, or the biggest surprise for us, sisi kama outsiders, and that is why I am going to cover it on your behalf, you as my viewer, is that there has been a very big DCP wave. The candidate wa DCP, Sawa, for those who have been seeing campaigns, has really galvanize the people. Yani ametoa watu kutoka manyumbani, and believe it or not, watu wa Emurua Dikirr wanasema Wandam. Akina mama literally will campaign hadi usiku, saa 3 usiku, wanasema kabisa watoto wako nyumbani, hatujapika, wacha tumalize kwanza kupigia mtu wetu wa DCP kelele ndio tuende tuangalie mambo ya watoto. And that is why I was saying the significance of this by-election is very big to the 2027 election, because if this DCP candidate can manage kuangusha mtu wa UDA, then believe it or not, this is going to change the dynamics of our politics between now and 2027. We know that President Ruto is not going to allow that to happen. We know that there's going to be massive attempts leo na kesho za kurig hii election, and that is why I have to go. Sawa, I'm not sure if I'm going to be safe or not, but that is a story for another day. Our safety lies in the hands of God and not the hands of men. So I am going to Emurua Dikirr. I just want to see what this by-election has in store for us as a people, sawa, as a republic. Finally, asanteni sana. Thank you very much as usual for tuning in to Mabili Magodi TV, and I will see you in Emurua Dikirr.